years old. I've been landscaping since I was about 15 years old, and I work for Complete Lawn Service in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. We are talking about the landscaping at Grand Magnolia Apartments and what they did right and what they did wrong.
This piece of grass here is obviously was for some reason too hard to mow. So what they should have done, as we can see, it's still within the field that's supposed to be mowed. If they should have taken a weed eater and come out here to flatten this out with the rest of the grass. We see this big empty spot and hole in here. This is why they didn't want to take a mower over this, because what would happen is the mower would become tilted sideways and scalp the inside of the ground. Not only that, it can be lodged inside the hole and be hard to remove, damaging the grass and ground nearby, as well as the mower. So what do? You take a weed eater to it. Alrighty, so we got another hole that was uncut. Now what should they have done here? This cut isn't even, this hole isn't even too wet, so what you can do with the zero turn is you can take a zero turn and put half of the deck in one hole, right alongside the divot, come back the other way with the same technique, and you will have a cut ditch. Now what you can do also, if you don't want to do that and risk scalping a piece of the ground, you can take a weed eater to it. It's simple. Our landscaper saw that it wasn't worth it and just did not feel the need to do so, but any landscaper can tell where grass is missed. This isn't very hard. This is Bohemia grass, and with Bohemia, you get tons of these tall runners that will grow faster than the rest of the grass. A typical mower does not want to cut these on the first swipe. When you come across, it'll push these down and won't cut them. So when you go over, these will still be standing. It is typically done by, you can cut it the other direction and will typically finish off cutting the rest. If you see these hanging up in your yard after your landscaper, it's pretty lazy. All you gotta do is cut it twice, go over with a weed eater when you come back around to weed eat these areas. I mean, this isn't the only one that I see. I see several throughout these fields and around our apartment, and it seems like our landscapers could try harder. So where concrete and grass meet is known as an edge. And what typically one will do is they'll take a weed eater, turn it to the side, and run the blade of the weed eater through the edge of the concrete where it meets the grass. What this does is it removes a layer of grass, leaving a layer of dirt in between, separating the grass from the concrete. As we can see here, our landscapers did not do a very great job of separating the grass from the concrete, as we see grass blades hanging over the concrete, and we see grass making contact with the concrete. Now, in between bi-weekly and weekly sessions, the grass will grow back, but a good edge will leave a strong divot straight down the middle that won't fade. This was not the case for our landscapers.